It's time. The awaited Anchors Aweigh is now open. I do find it enjoyable, personally, but they could kind of improve some mechanic. So let's talk about the buffs first. It might be overwhelming, but there's a template here that you can just choose. They made it simple, of course, balance, the combination of all three. Combat is for mobs and bosses. Artillery is for fighting ships. Support is, protection and repair as it says there. And I guess there is also some sort of turret upgrade. Where is it? I think it's no, I think it's the other one. Yeah, I think it's this one. It upgrades the turret. That's the support first one. So you can just pick and choose, and you can choose a template and maybe remove some of it, then add the ones that you like. And then I just still think artillery first or blast artist is the best buff of all. So what I did is I removed some and then add some of the buffs that I use. It's just the best so far because we can't destroy ships with combat first. Support first, it can still destroy the ships decently. But yeah, combat first just isn't great on the current difficulty. Maybe they change it. I even tried combat first preset and change it for the necessities and it became balanced. It's no longer combat first. So it is what it is. And I did a solo run, although it's easy to go up. I'm using the artillery first buff. Mostly, I change some stuff so that I can deal slightly more damage to enemies. And I'm supposed to be able to fix some stuff faster. You'll see later.
All aboard. Captain Acacia at the helm today.
I think it's better if you have fast
Deck's on
movement
fire.
speed unit.
Put it out before it spreads.
Yeah, because that just happens. I think they can improve on that mechanic where maybe we can just use a water gun to shoot the flames. Maybe without buffs, the range of it can be
Enemy ship
shorter.
closing in. Brace yourselves.
And with buffs, the range is longer and we can put out the fires very fast.
Fire. Requesting backup.
I think that can work. And look at that. The ships with artillery first buff just destroy it very fast. No other buffs can, destroy it faster, I suppose they should buff the support first. The auto turrets there.
System short circuit.
Maybe we can level it
Patch
up where it can destroy their ships decently fast. Not like faster than the cannon, but decently fast. Just to make it equal. I'm not sure what they can do with combat buffs though for
Deck's on
to
fire.
destroy the
Put it
ship.
out before it spreads.
But you can say that every buff has its place. But so far, at this difficulty,
Enemy
you
ship
really
closing
just
in.
need
Brace yourselves.
like artillery buffs. Like you can stop this boarding party with the artillery buffs, at least for now.
Core's under fire.
Oh, and
Requesting
I
backup.
didn't notice that shit. I just let the auto turret handle it. So why do we need combat first? For now, okay.
Core's under
Maybe
fire.
the
Requesting
difficulty
backup.
later. You can make it
Tech's on fire.
more
Put it out before it
tanky.
spreads.
That is what Snowbreak typically does
We're
on
in
higher
the eye of the
difficulty.
storm now. Stay
They
sharp,
just make
survive,
enemies
snag
tankier.
that victory.
I just hope they add more enemies or something, to make it seem different.
Restrat. System short-circuiting. Quick, patch it up.
And honestly, I don't really feel the effect of, you know, the electronics being disrupted
Yep,
or
definitely God's
the deck
territory.
being on
Prepare for
fire.
the toughest fight yet.
Maybe later on higher difficulty will feel different. And now you saw how much the cannon dealt to a boss, and this is what my test is doing. It is strong, and I don't even have the major combat buff with her. That's why I still think combat buff is not too great, at least on this difficulty. Again, maybe later it's better, but we have to wait and see. And here's the specific buffs that I use if you're curious. I did use the artillery first preset, and then I removed some of the buffs and then add some of the other buffs. Like here's the full preset of it, yeah. And here's mine. Some of it I removed, like this one. I feel like I don't need it for this difficulty, so yeah, I removed some of it. Then I added some of it here. So yeah, oh yeah, and you can check that where, what it buffs. Yeah. It's mostly canon. Yeah, and this one is pretty good for damage. So I put it on the mechanic or support first. I also changed this, so that it can destroy the ships decently. And this one is for the mechanic. I just put it there so that I can repair faster. And there's some combat first buffs here. Increase my magazine. And then cannon, and then reload speed is for combat first. Ballistic combat first. But there's only 3, right, that I actually need. And the buff depends on your DPS. You can choose attack, but I chose DPS for this. That's about it. What do you think of the mode so far?